You are tuned in to the Shruti Show on your Monday evening. I hope you're well. Now, each week we get a track from a new and upcoming artist from Dean Jackson, who hosts BBC Introducing. And this week's artist is BROWB with his track No Tension. And I'm pleased to say he's with me now. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Shruti. Thanks for having me. I'm good. Thank you.
So, BROWB, really interesting name. Is that your real name?
That's not my real name. It's my musical stage name.
What is your real name? Can I ask?
My real name is Ahmed Raza.
Okay. So BROWB is really interesting. How did you end up with that name? What does it mean?
So basically, I am a comedian as well, and a lot of in the Desi world, like Pakistan, India, and South Asian community knows me from my Ooperwalaybhai name. That's my comedy name, and I didn't want to use the same name in music because Ooperwalaybhai seems a bit very Desi, and it's a bit long as well, right? So I wanted something very compact and concise. So I started thinking of abbreviation. So BROWB was the only name that abbreviated brown boy, right? So it can be a brown boy. And it has OWB at the end of it, so which is Ooperwalaybhai. So that's everything in one name. So I'm like, yes,
that is so genius. How long did it take you to come up with that?
Oh, a week.
Well, I know the feeling because when I was trying to come up with my handle years and years ago, Shruti Notes, it took me ages and ages and ages. And I understand as an artist, you have to get it right. You have to get it perfect, don't you? All right, we are going to talk about your new track in just a sec. But you mentioned your comedy, and I couldn't help but notice, and you've mentioned it as well, that you have a massive social media following. So comedy is what you started out with. What made you switch over to music?
Well, I'm not switching over. I'm still regularly practicing comedy in the form of stand-up comedy shows. Actually, I've been doing, I came to the UK like 4 years ago, and I've been doing comedy since like 2011, since my medical school, as a co-curricular activity. But when I graduated, I started doing it like online because I felt alone. And that was the only thing that boosted my self-esteem back then in 2016. And then I've always been a performer at heart. I tried everything, dancing, singing, comedy, in all its formats. I'm still doing it, but I've always had a musical mind in terms of dancing, and I always wanted to write things with the correct beat. And I think in the recent years, I've come across the rap genre, the hip hop in a lot of languages, which really influenced my writing skills. And now I am eager and excited to explore this field with the right producers.
I just want to go back. You said medical school. So don't tell me you're balancing comedy with music with medical school.
Yes, that's the hard part. Yeah, I am a doctor in the morning. I graduated in Pakistan in 2016. I came to the UK, did my exams. I'm still studying all the time from 9 to 5. I'm in the hospital, sometimes in nights as well. And then I have my Urdu comedy career and then my English comedy career in the UK. And then this fourth profession is now on, which is music.
That is very, very impressive. Does med school provide material for your comedy and also your rap?
Yes, like if you like material can come from anywhere, like even if you just if you have this receptive mind, it can come from all the sides. In my medical school, the good thing was that they had a very rich culture of co-curricular activities, which is King Edward Medical University, Lahore. That's where I'm a graduate from. That's where I actually, honed my skills in terms of performances in all formats, and I'm just carrying that since then.
Would you find that the art is a great medium for you then, just to provide just light relief in your life or away from the stresses of everyday life?
Yeah, it's a stress releasing activity. Yeah. And the good thing about comedy that I like is that you start to learn how to laugh on your own circumstances and your own miseries.
Yeah.
When nobody else validates you, you just start mocking your own self, and you get an audience if you start doing it online. And if you have a unique style, you get famous, which I did, trying to maintain that. I started with writing comedy rap a couple of years ago. But then I met this amazing producer, Get Bloodrunk, if you can follow him on Instagram, and he's a guy from US. And when I met him, he made some very good beats for me, and I realized that now I can pursue professional rap. Like, I can really, be good at it, and that's how the good part of my writing skills came out of me, the creative side.
So how would you describe your track No Tension then?
Yeah, so No Tension is my first official serious rap piece, and it's basically a conversation between a father and a son, where a father is scolding the son that he is not going to the university regularly, he's not attending the classes, is skipping college, and that is bringing bad name to the reputation of the dad, and in response.
Something that we South Asians are all accustomed to and quite used
Exactly.
to, familiar with.
That's at the ground, the ground reality of every household. And the son, in reply, tells the dad that he cannot focus on his studies and college, and his attendance is low because he is in love with a girl, and he wants to
Naturally.
just be with her. So that's a conversation, and then the chorus, as it suggests, "Mani lenda tension, khasmanu khai dunya," is like when you just when the pressure becomes so high that you just can't cope with the troubles of life. You're like, I don't care anymore. That's what the chorus is about. "Mani lenda tension, khasmanu khai dunya."
Yeah, I really enjoyed that dialogue in your track. Who would you say are your biggest influences as a musician?
I think recently the producer that I met recently introduced me to a Canadian artist called BB No Money. And despite the fact that I've been listening to a lot of rappers from different languages across the world, I think BB No Money has the closest resemblance to what I would want to do in future. He's an amazing person as an artist. And from Pakistan, from South Asia, I think Faris Shafi is a big influence on me. And I've been the moment he releases a song, I'm the first person who goes to his channel.
Yeah, I absolutely love his work. All right, we are going to press play on your track in just a bit. But before that, how can people find you online and give you a follow so they can see what you're up to?
Yeah, guys, I'm on all social media platforms. My Instagram handle is BROWB, BROWB. That's my musical name. And my comedy profile is Ooperwalaybhai, OOPERWALAYBHAI, Ooperwalaybhai. You can find me on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, anywhere.
Let's definitely have another chat at some point about your comedy, because we couldn't get it all in this conversation because we're
Sure.
talking predominantly about your track, but I want to hear more about your comedy at some point, BROWB. All right, so would you please introduce your track for us?
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a track that me, BROWB, and Get Bloodrunk, the producer, have made together, and this is our first work together, and many more to come. The track is called No Tension. Enjoy the dialogue between the father and a son in a very humorous way, and a very melodious and danceable chorus. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ruthie, for having me.
How was that? Was that all right for you? It was your first radio. Was it your first radio interview?
Oh, it was. It was. Yes, it was.
No, see, it wasn't bad at all. You were natural.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a compliment.
It's not. I think people are quite daunted before they've done it. But once you've done it once, you realize it's just a conversation between two people, right?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the confidence. Thanks for preparing me. And you were very elaborate in the previous call as well. Thank you.